Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well, it has been a little bit and I think I have a little bit of explaining to do. So I took a little bit of a break from my YouTube channel if you hadn't noticed. If you are new here, then hello, you've come at a good time because I'm back. And if you haven't seen videos from me for a while, I'm going to explain to you why that happened. The main reason why I wanted to take a break was because I was exhausted and I really just felt like it was time for me to take a little break. I didn't want to be inconsistent with my videos. I didn't want to post one and then 4 weeks later post another. So I really felt like it was just time to take a little bit of a break. The reason why I was so exhausted and why I'm starting to come out of that is that I am pregnant. I will post on the screen how far along I am now because I don't know when yet this video is going to go up. I am into my second trimester, so that's when a lot of the really big exhaustion starts to go away a little bit. I'm still pretty tired, but it's starting to go away. So I felt like it was time to jump right back in and start filming videos for you. That is really the main reason why I took a break. I just was pushing myself too much and I felt like that was something that, you know, is a lot of fun for me, but is an added hobby of mine. So I felt like it would maybe be time to just take that out for a little bit, to just take away some of the things that were overwhelming me and making me really tired. I always had plans on coming back. I just didn't know when it would be, so I never wanted to say when I would come back. I don't know what's in store for the next number of months. This is all new for me. This is my very first pregnancy. So all that life update aside, we're gonna talk about some favorites. So I'm not necessarily going to name this a certain month of favorites because obviously it's been a little while, but this is definitely stuff that I've been liking pretty recently. I hadn't really been writing things down during the months where I was especially tired. So now that I've been kind of paying attention again, these are the things that I've been loving. So the first one that I want to talk about is a little more of a tool. And this is definitely a newer thing to me, but I've heard a lot about it and I wanted to see if it really did work. And it really does work. So it's very, very cool. So this is the color switch. So it's by Vera, that's the company, but Sephora is selling it now. So that's where I found it. And it's this weird sort of netting material. And people say that you can use one of those like hair bun things to do the same thing. I don't know about that, but I wanted to give this a try because basically what this is supposed to do is you take a brush that has some eyeshadow on it or product, anything like that. I think mostly just powder products, and you swirl it around in here and it sort of sucks out that powder, that color basically. You can see it has a little bit in there. And it really does work. Now, it doesn't clean the brush, so you still want to make sure and clean your brushes, of course. But if you are playing with different eyeshadows and maybe you're going from a black eyeshadow to a very light colored eyeshadow, you really don't want any of that black mixing in. And you maybe don't want to get your brush wet by cleaning it, even with like a spray cleaner. And this is a great way to get some of that pigment out of that brush so that you can go into another color. So that's why it's called the color switch. So this thing is really cool. It's also great for travel. You know, if you don't want to bring brush cleaner on when you're traveling, which, I mean, who does? This is such a great way to play in different eyeshadows, different blush colors, different whatever. And, you know, you don't have to worry about cleaning your brushes while you're on vacation. You can clean them when you come back. Don't forget to clean your brushes. The next thing is a skincare item, and this is a very hyped item. With things like that, you really never know if they actually work or if they're really just hyped up. I mean, this brand in general is really hyped up. So this is the GLAMGLOW mask. This is the Supermud mask. So this is a mask that is supposed to draw out all of the gunk in your face and sort of clear out your skin. And I had gotten a sample of this from Sephora because this is expensive. This is like $69 at Sephora, right? So I'm thinking to myself, if I'm gonna, I had really wanted to try this for a very, very long time, but I didn't want to spend the money on it unless I was sure that it would work. And yes, you can buy it and return it, but you know, you can get a sample of it, so you might as well try it out and then you can buy it later. So I got a pretty generous size sample and I used it for a while, and actually I mostly was using it as a spot treatment. You can use it as a full mask all over your face, but you can also kind of put it on some spots that you might have or spots that are forming, and it'll help get rid of those. And I really find that it works. It's one of those masks that gets really tight and, you know, can crack if you smile or whatever. But I really, really think that this makes a big difference. I find that if I use it on a spot on my face, it will really help kind of clear it out within a few days if I use it consistently. So I went ahead and bought the full size. Full disclosure, you can find this on Amazon and it's much cheaper than at Sephora. I think it was like maybe close to $50. So that's a big difference. Just a little suggestion, if you're gonna buy something, you know, from one of these stores where it's really expensive, just do a little research. You might be able to find it cheaper, and it came perfectly fine. I had no issues. And, you know, I've been really enjoying using it, and I find that it just really helps keep my skin clear. I've definitely had some breakouts, you know, from the pregnancy, and, you know, I've been able to control them better with this. So the next two things that I have are bronzers. First one is a drugstore item, which is really nice. It is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. They have two. They have one, this is bronzer. They have one that's light bronze. This is already pretty light. I'm pretty fair. Unless you are super fair, I would suggest going for this one because you can see it's not that dark. But this is such a beautiful product. It's such a great drugstore bronzer if you're looking for one. And Physicians Formula is definitely on the pricier side of drugstore items, but you can always find them on sale. So just wait for a sale to come along, maybe buy one, get one half off or something like that. But it's so beautiful. It smells like vacation, which is really fun. But it's just such a smooth, I mean, it feels so soft when you put your finger on it. And it's just such a nice, soft bronzer. It is matte, but it has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it just looks super natural. I'm wearing it on my face today. It has a nice tone to it. It's not too orange or too warm, not too cool. It's that perfect neutral balance. I love this bronzer. The other one is by theBalm. This is the Betty-Lou Manizer. So this is the same sort of family as the Mary-Lou Manizer, which if you watch my channel, you know I love that highlighter. So this one is a bronzer, at least for me. If you have darker skin tone, then this could be a highlighter for you. But for me, this is a bronzer, and it's super shimmery, but not chunky or glittery. It's super smooth. It has the same beautiful smooth texture as the Mary-Lou Manizer has, and it has such a beautiful sheen to it. So this is such a great product for the summer. This is an awesome bronzer to use, you know, if you just want to look sort of sun-kissed and glowy, which we all want in the summertime. So I love using this, especially on days where I'm not going to wear anything else on my face. Maybe I don't have time to put on blush and highlighter. I just sweep this all around my face, you know, the outer perimeter of my face, and it just gives me a beautiful glow and a little bit of warmth with it. And I love using this. This is not something that you would want to use to contour or anything like that, but it's a great bronzer to use, like I said, particularly in the summertime. The next two products that I have are both from Bobbi Brown. One is a blush and one is an eyeshadow. So I'll talk about the blush first. So this is the blush in Coral Sugar. It looks like this. It's a beautiful color for the springtime and summertime. It's sort of a light peachy pink. And Bobbi Brown blushes are really beautiful. They're nice. They had a little bit of a sale going on, at least online at Nordstrom a while back, so I bought a few things, and this blush just looked so pretty. It goes with a lot of look. I've been really enjoying this one. And the eyeshadow I'm wearing actually in my upper crease right now. This is the color Camel by Bobbi Brown, like I said. This is one that I have wanted for so long. It has been on my wish list for a very long time. This is a beautiful crease color. You know, it has that warmth. It really, like, Camel is the perfect name for this eyeshadow. It's so pigmented and it blends so beautifully. I mean, I barely had to work with this at all. It just smoothed out so easily. And it's such a great color to warm up a look. You can see I'm wearing like a turquoisey eye there. And this color above that just really warms everything up. I love, love this color. Sticking with the eyes, I have one mascara, which again, I am wearing today. And this is the Lancome Grandiose mascara. And this is a really cool mascara. First of all, the packaging is beautiful. This is the most beautiful bottle of mascara I've ever seen. So this is pretty pricey, so that's the only thing about it. It is a very pricey mascara, but I've been on the hunt to find like a new favorite mascara. I still love the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, but I've just been on a hunt, so you'll see in my non-favorites I have two mascaras that I didn't like, but This one, what's really cool about this, first of all, I do love the formula. I think it's really beautiful. But what's really cool about this is the wand. So it has that bend in it, and you're like, that's sort of gimmicky, right? Well, I mean, I guess it is a little bit, but it actually has a lot of great function. So first of all, if you like to do both eyes with one hand, then you can kind of put it here and then you don't get it on the edge of your nose like that. But what's great about this is that depending on the way that you want to turn it, you can make sure that you get all the way in and you don't, you know, smudge anywhere. So this curved edge, though it seems kind of like a waste, it really is very, very helpful. And I also just love that this really fans out your eyelashes. That's what it claims to do, and it does. It doesn't keep them super curled all day long. I have issues with that, but pretty decent. And especially if I use this with a waterproof mascara first, and then I put this on, then they stay curled and they look beautiful. So I don't know, I'm gonna keep trying it. I do really love it, but again, it's really expensive. So I'm gonna have to see if by the time I'm done using this, if I feel like I really need it again, but I am loving it. The next thing that I have is a lip gloss, and this is by the brand Bite Beauty. And this is the first lip gloss that I've ever had from them, but I've heard about this color for a long time. This is the color Rambutan. It's just a very light peachy nude color, but I really love this lip gloss. It smells fruity, first of all, which it's not fake. This is all natural. That's sort of Bite Beauty's thing, is that they're all natural and that you can consume them and it's not, you know, unsafe or anything. And the wand is really cool. It sort of has like a bent edge there, which makes it really easy to apply, and it has the product all on that flat edge. To be completely honest, I'm trying to get into lip gloss. I'm not a huge lip gloss person. You know, I don't love that, like, if my hair is down, which usually it is, it's not usually a disaster like it is now. I don't like how my hair gets into my lip gloss. Even if it's not a sticky lip gloss, it still gets in it. Unlike, you know, if I'm just wearing lipstick. And I don't know, I just don't always see the point of putting on a lip gloss. I mean, I like the look of the glossy lips, but I'm really trying to push myself because I do really like the look, and I do like how it, you know, certain glosses can transform the look of your lips. So I'm wearing one right now, not this one, but the first time I put this on, I absolutely fell in love with it. It's so smooth and glossy, but not sticky, and it just has the right amount of pigment. It's not super, super intensely pigmented, but it's not clear either. Like, you put it on, you're like, okay, like, I made my lips glossy, that's about it. So it's beautiful. And if every gloss was like this, I think I can get behind glosses. I think it's just, oh, it's so pretty. I love this color. It goes with so much. I mean, I love nude lips. You can see that it has pigment, but it's not too intense. I might have to look at more of these because this is a beautiful gloss. I absolutely love it, and I'm getting there. I'm getting into glosses, and this one helps. The last thing that I have is a nail polish, and this is by China Glaze. This is the color Caribbean Temptation. So this is this here. And I found this at Ulta on clearance, so that makes this even better that I found this, and I love it. It looks super pretty in here. You can see it sort of has, it has that like beautiful sort of purplish blue shift to it, but it's sort of like a fuchsia pink. But sometimes you buy a nail polish and it looks beautiful in the tube, but then it looks completely different on your nails. Not this one. This one, the formula is perfect, and it's so, so pretty. I'll insert a few pictures that I took, but honestly, you can't even totally capture the beauty of this because it just, you have to see it in different lighting and just in person. I don't know if they put it on clearance because it's being discontinued. I hope not, because it's so beautiful. But if you are able to find this one, highly, highly, highly recommend. So beautiful. So my two non-favorites, like I said, are both mascaras, and I don't have them anymore because I return them, because if I buy something, especially if it's expensive and I don't like it, I'm gonna return it. But I made sure to make a note of it so that I could tell you about it. So the first one I really thought I was going to love because I'd heard a lot about it. It was a fairly expensive mascara. I bought it when I bought the Lancome one, which, you know, this one was even more expensive, but nevertheless, the other one was pretty close. So that one was the Charlotte Tilbury. I think it was Full Fat Lash or Glamour Lash, something like that. I'll insert a picture so that you can see what I'm talking about. But it didn't do anything for my lashes. You know, the thing about mascara, it's so personal. You can have seems to be the same exact lashes as somebody else, and they may love a mascara that you totally hate. So it's so personal. If you love this mascara, I'm so happy for you. I mean, it didn't work for me. But I do love Charlotte Tilbury. I have the Film Star Bronze and Glow, and I just absolutely love it. But this just didn't work for me. I had really high hopes for it. I really thought I was gonna love it, but it didn't do anything. It didn't keep them curled at all, and it just didn't add much at all. So I was just disappointed. I tried it a few times and then I returned it. The other one is by MAC, so not terribly expensive, but not a drugstore one either. It was called the Upward Lash. I'll put a picture in of that one as well. It looks sort of like the lipsticks, but taller. And a friend of mine recommended that one. She loves it. And again, it's just a super personal thing. For me, the issue that I had is that it's sort of weird. In the mascara wand, it keeps the product, so you can't wipe any off. And so I found that there was too much product, so it would just clump. It definitely made my lashes long. I couldn't do multiple coats because it just clumped up so quickly on me. And it was frustrating because if I could just get some of the product off, then I probably would have had a better result, but you can't do that. So unfortunately, it just got a little too clumpy. It definitely gave me some good length, but I don't like the spider look. It's just not for me. All right, everyone, so that is it for this sort of life update and current favorites video. It's really good to be back. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed doing it. I'm a little out of breath because it was a little bit of a long one. That's what happens when you go away for a while, but it was really fun to film too. If you like this look that I'm wearing, by the way, I will definitely be posting a tutorial for that one soon, so keep an eye out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so glad to have you. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I would so appreciate that. And if you are not subscribed to me already, please hit subscribe. I would just love that. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.